WrestleMania is in like 3 days. And yeah, night 1's in 3 days, night 2's in 4 days. And I haven't done my predictions yet. I did over on TikTok, so follow me there. But if you don't follow me there, we're going to do my predictions on the YouTube. So yeah, let's just get right into it. We're going to do all night 1's matches and who I think will win. And then all of night 2 matches. Or night 2 matches, yes. But the first match on night 1 that I'm going to be doing is Jade Cargill versus Naomi, which is the story of this match has been fantastic. I love the story with Jade getting took out, Naomi being the revealed. That promo with Bianca and Naomi, that was some cinema. That was some cinema stuff. Like, give me the goosebumps, you know? But yeah, I think Jade Cargill will pick up the win. I think she'll pick up the win. Naomi, you know, if she got the win, it would be awesome for her and her character. But I feel like Jade needs this win more because I think she's going to get pushed. Maybe even fight Charlotte like sometime in the summer. Maybe at SummerSlam. Jade and Charlotte. If Charlotte beats Tiffany. If she don't, maybe they'll have a non-title match or something. But I hope Charlotte don't win. But we'll get to that later. But I think Jade Cargill picked up the win. It'll help her more. She can't really take a loss. Naomi, she'd benefit a lot from a W, but she can take a loss and she can still, have other matches, and it won't hurt her credibility. Jade Cargill, I think she needs this win more, especially her first singles WrestleMania match, second WrestleMania. I think Jade Cargill picks up the win, and she needs it a lot as well. Next match we have the War Raiders. I'm used to calling them Viking Raiders, War Raiders versus the New Day. And this match generally shouldn't even be on WrestleMania, on the card, because I feel like the Profits in that division definitely should be on the card over these matches, But, they put it on here. I feel like they're only putting it on here for one reason. Maybe I'm just, overbooking it, but I feel like Big E returns, either a full-time return or just an appearance to get his revenge on the New Day. Causes the New Day War Raiders retain. So I have the War Raiders retaining here. So, yeah, I do have them retaining. But, yeah, I feel like the Profits should get on the card with their belts as well, but who knows? All right, up next is a Grande Americano versus Rey Mysterio. And, the GOAT of Grande Americano, is obviously not Chad Gable. I don't know why people say it's Chad Gable. We can obviously tell it's not Chad Gable. They were in the same room and that, first time he debuted, we've seen his matches in Mexico. Great dude. But I do think Rey Mysterio picks up the W here and then unmasks on El Grande and puts down them goofy rumors that he's Chad Gable. And we'll find out who he actually is, his identity, That's my prediction. I feel like they should make it mask versus mask. But to be fair, I think the Profits in that division should be on the card over this match. They could do this Raw after Mania. But maybe that's just me. But still, I'm hyped for that match. I think, Grande, get to see the GOAT of Grande is awesome. Up next is LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu for the United States Championship. And yeah, this is going to be an interesting match. And this is going to be a very interesting match because LA Knight just won the belt, I think early March. That was the first or second SmackDown in March. Jacob Fatu has not been pinned or submitted in the WWE yet. Yeah, he's lost a few matches, tag matches, Royal Rumble, but not actually been pinned in one-on-one. Never lost one-on-one and not been pinned in a tag match. It's always been Solo or Tanya or Tama or whatnot. But he's never been pinned. I don't see Fatu losing unless Solo Sikoa does cost him purposely or accidentally. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to build it up after this win. Maybe Solo's just jealous, whatnot. Maybe they'll fight at SummerSlam. Because this SummerSlam, they're building up to be a big one. First 2-night SummerSlam, I think it's in New Jersey or New York with the Giants Stadium as well. And I think they could do Jacob and Solo for the United States Championship. I got Jacob Fatu winning. I don't think it'll be clean, but I have Fatu winning. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts about that match. Up next is Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton for the Women's Championship, World Championship. And, there's only 3 things: life, death, taxes, and Charlotte Flair always winning championships every time she returns. But that's not going to be the case here. At least I'm hoping not. I got Tiffany Stratton retaining. Don't really have to talk about much. I honestly would want to see how they work together, though. You know what I'm saying? Because, after the few promos, I feel like this feud look heated, unless I'm getting worked. But maybe that's just getting worked. Up next is Jey Uso taking on the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther. The World Heavyweight Championship. I think this will definitely open night 1. I hope it opens night one, but maybe it doesn't. Hope it opens night one, though. But yeah, I got Jey Uso winning the World Heavyweight Championship. I feel like before he makes his entrance, he'll meet like Jimmy and Roman and whatnot. And I think like Jimmy might come out there with the towel as well. But I got Jey Uso winning that World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. Yay! And now let's go to the main event of WrestleMania Night 1. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins in just a triple threat match. Very crazy triple threat match. I feel like Punk and Roman, they have a bunch of wins and whatnot. Seth has only won one WrestleMania match in the 2020s. So 2020 he lost to Kevin Owens, 21 Cesaro, and then 22 he lost to Cody Rhodes in his return. 2023 WrestleMania 39 he did pick up a win over Logan Paul, and in 2024 he lost to Drew and Roman and The Rock in 2 matches. Like he lost both matches, and I feel like he needs this win more, especially with he's saying that the future relies on him, or like the winner is pretty much like carries the industry. I feel like Roman and Punk won't be around in WWE much longer. Seth said he's going to wrestle till he's 45, which don't turn that for like 6 more years. So I got Seth winning. I think Punk could win. I honestly hope, or don't. I think Punk will win, but I'm hoping for Seth, and that's my final prediction. All right, let's go on to Sunday, WrestleMania Sunday. Liv and Raquel versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. This match generally shouldn't even be on the card. Not gonna lie. I was hoping it would be like Bayley versus Roxanne versus Lyra for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. They have the Women's Intercontinental Championship in a tag match on for the women's tag belts. Like, makes no sense. They should have had or just have Liv, Lyra, Bayley, and don't even have the tags on the card. Just the tag championships, the women's tag championships are not like important, to be fair, to WWE at least. They just put a bunch of teams. This is the first Mania with the women's mid card. None of them are on the card, or like defended on the card. Chelsea's not even on the card. But I think Liv and Raquel win. I mean, I think Becky could return maybe after the match, or maybe help Bayley and them win. I don't see that happening, though. I think Liv and Raquel win. Becky might return after, but I doubt it, to be fair. Up next is Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest in a Sin City street fight. Hot take, this match could be the best match of the show. I have some high expectations for this match. I think they're going to do an awesome job. I got Drew McIntyre winning, though. I mean, he can't lose to Damian Priest, really. He genuinely can't. I mean, I got Drew McIntyre winning, and I mean, he needs this win more than Damian Priest. I think it's going to be an awesome match. They'll go through everything, every table, everything. But I got Drew winning. Up next is the Intercontinental Championship match. Dominic Mysterio versus Finn Balor versus Penta versus Bron Breakker for the Intercontinental Championship in a fatal 4-way match. This is tough. I don't think Penta will win. I think they're saving that for, saving it for a different moment. Finn could win, and Dom has a good chance. But not gonna lie, I think Breakker retains. I think he goes on to maybe SummerSlam, or Money in the Bank with the belt, and loses it to like a Sheamus, or maybe even next year's WrestleMania. I hope he don't hold it that long, though. But I think Sheamus is the one to eventually dethrone him. I could be wrong, though. But I got Breakker retaining. Up next is AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. I feel like, Logan Paul, he's going to have a lot more WrestleMania matches with everybody on the card or on the roster. AJ Styles said he's going to retire when he's 50. He has he turns 50 in June 27th. So he has this Mania, next Mania, and maybe 27, if he's not retired by then. That's 3 more Manias. I feel like he needs this win, needs a big WrestleMania match, and this could be his best WrestleMania match. I feel like these guys can cook. Right now, AJ's best Mania match is at 33 against Shane McMahon, which was an awesome match, by the way. But I got AJ Styles winning as well, so I got AJ Styles. Up next is the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley. Rhea, signed the contract. I got her in this. But I feel like, if Io wins, I wouldn't be mad. But I think Bianca continues her streak and goes on to SummerSlam, or maybe even next year's WrestleMania, and fights Jade Cargill for the belt. But I think she continues the streak. Bianca Belair wins. That's the final prediction. And in the main event of WrestleMania Night 2, my last prediction, John Cena versus Cody Rhodes for the Undisputed Championship. Yeah, Cena trying to win 17, and Cody trying to stop him from doing that. This could be tough. I feel like they're going to recreate the Bloodline Rules match last year, maybe with a ref bump, Brock, Travis Scott, Stone Cold, even. maybe. But I feel like they're going to try to recreate that. And I got Cody Rhodes retaining the Undisputed Championship. So, yeah. And last few more predictions. That's all the WrestleMania predictions. But a few more on SmackDown. Motor City Machine Gun versus Street Profits on SmackDown. I have that ending in disqualification and going on to WrestleMania. Be on the WrestleMania card with like DIY, Pretty Deadly, and Profits and Motor City. Hopefully that goes to the card, but I could be wrong. And then who will Randy Orton fight at WrestleMania? I think Solo Sikoa. I hope Nick Aldis, but from what they're building, probably Solo. And I mean, Solo ain't on a card, so they won't get him on the card. And Randy can easily get a dub over Solo. You know, if they had like Malachi Black, or Aleister Black, or Rusev return, I mean, you shouldn't have them take an L in their first match, you know? I mean, Randy hasn't really won a singles pay-per-view in like 2-3 years, you know? A pay-per-view match, I mean. You know, and he hasn't won a pay-per-view match since War Games 23 when he returned. So, like, yeah. I think Randy needs to win. You know, Aldis didn't even take the loss, but I feel like it's probably going to be Solo. And Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal is our final prediction. I mean, you got Omos probably will return there as well on Friday. But I think Carmelo Hayes. You know, he ain't going to be on the card. Have him at least come out with a trophy or whatnot. Get him on the card. Have him win that. Get a big push after as well, you know. So, yeah, that's my WrestleMania predictions and whatnot. Smash that like, subscribe, up here, peace.